Sports Entertained is recorded live at twitch.tv/baldyandthebeast. Come check us out every Tuesday and Thursday at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and watch the matches right along with us.
Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Bront.
I'm Willem.
And we are Baldy and the Beast. Welcome back to Sports Entertained.
Yes.
Willem, what are we doing today?
We are watching Shawn Michaels versus Hulk Hogan from SummerSlam 2005.
Oh, it's going to be a good one because Shawn Michaels acts like only Shawn Michaels can get away with acting.
He literally shits on this match for 21 minutes.
It's great.
The entire length of the match. It's amazing.
But in a good way, not in a bad way at all. He just makes everything his opponent does look like he's the strongest, most amazing person, and it's good.
It's pretty fantastic. I'm very excited for this.
It did take place, though, at the MCI Center in Washington, D.C.
Yep.
There were 18,176 screaming Hulkamaniacs in attendance, brother, and 634,000 more at home.
Yep.
This, interesting enough, is Hogan's first SummerSlam since 1991.
Jesus.
14 years since he's been at SummerSlam. And like we said earlier, this match is famous, infamous, however you want to call it, for the best overselling that has ever happened.
Oh, yeah.
And that overselling happened because Shawn Michaels was upset because the original plan for this was it was going to be a series of 3 and each man would trade wins.
Yeah.
However, Hogan politicked because Hogan politics and citing injury issues got it changed to 1 match. Now, I'm going to speculate on what the injury issues were at the time.
Nothing at all.
I think it's because his back hurt, and his back hurt every time he laid down since the mid-80s. And he did everything he could to not lay down.
Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised, but Hulk Hogan be Hulk Hogan.
Yes, Mighty John. HBK oversold every move, and it was glorious.
Yeah, it's
glorious. And like I said, this ended up being a 1-match thing instead of a 3-match thing. And coincidentally, Willem, it's the 1 match Hogan was going to win.
Why am I not surprised?
Yeah, I mean, there's the shock of the century.
Yeah.
So this was SummerSlam. Actually a pretty good card, a memorable SummerSlam for more than one reason.
Yep.
But they were the main event, which, yeah, it's Hogan and Shawn, but they were on after both the belts.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a little weird. But it's Hogan.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
And on the other side is Shawn. If anybody's got politic for their match to be on the main event, it's those 2 guys.
Oh, I'm sure Hogan was backstage the entire lead up to this match happening, just being like, I'm not doing this match if we're not going on last.
Yeah, it's probably the one thing they both agreed on.
Yep.
They did open up SummerSlam with Orlando Jordan, and he had the U.S. title, which I forgot Orlando Jordan had the U.S. title.
Yep.
I forgot.
I think he took it off Cena. Like that was right before cuz he held it for a while, or like Cena was involved somewhere in there, because that was around the time when Cena had started doing the spinner belts and he did the spinner US title.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it was from Cena, but he was involved in this somewhere.
I didn't know that.
Yep.
I kind of, and this is no offense to him, I kind of forgot about Orlando Jordan, so.
Yeah, and you probably should, because he's allegedly a pedophile.
And also, even if you didn't bring that up, I would have to remember his TNA run.
Yeah.
Which I don't also want to remember.
Yeah.
Terrible gimmick, but couldn't happen to a better guy.
Right.
Vicky Guerrero questions Eddie about the match coming up, which is the other big match on the card. Eddie and Ray and a custody of Dominic ladder match.
Yep.
Which is the weird. It was probably a great match.
I remember it being not bad. It's Eddie and Ray in a ladder match.
Mr. Q. I know that
Yeah.
much.
Yeah.
And Eddie, we'll have to watch that someday because Eddie threw a glorious fit
He threw
on that night.
a big old fit, just screaming, "Where the fuck was Vicky?"
Yep.
Yep.
And that's exactly what he said too.
And then
Also,
so that match is also given the time. So in looking back on this, at the time that this episode is going to be coming out, SummerSlam 2020 has just occurred. So SummerSlam's, it's a corresponding pay-per-view, but also Dominic Mysterio just had his debut match against Seth Rollins, so it's kind of fitting there. We're not going to watch that match this time, though. We're going to watch a better match.
well, better for worse reasons, but yes.
A more sports entertaining match.
Yes.
If you will.
Also on the card is Edge and Matt Hardy.
Ooh.
2004. I wonder what they were feuding over.
2005. This was
or 2005.
This was when what happened? This was when Lita left Matt Hardy for Edge, and like Lita was cheating on Matt with Edge, like in real life, and then like it went down on like some sort of web show that the WWE was doing, and then they made it a real thing because Matt was fired at the time, I think, and then they brought him back.
Yep, Matt got fired for talking shit on the internet.
Yep.
And then they brought him back because they realized that he was the easiest to book, most over babyface ever.
Yep.
Because his real life girlfriend cheated on him, and they found a way to make that storyline not good.
Yeah. It's funny that they fired him over being a big troll on the internet when half of his gimmick, like the year before, was being a big troll on the internet.
Yeah. Matt Fax was great, though.
Yeah.
Pause. One of the best Matt Hardy things. It was fantastic.
Yep.
But back into SummerSlam of this year, and this one is a huge juxtaposition to what we were just talking about. Kurt Angle and Eugene.
Oh, yeah.
I can only imagine that was slightly offensive.
Yeah, Eugene's involved. What do you expect?
So let's just move on from that to something also I'm going to assume was slightly offensive. Mr. McMahon getting his car washed by Tori Wilson in a bikini.
Yeah.
Enough's been said about that. The Undertaker fought Randy Orton. Sure, that was good. We had some politicians visit. Eric Bischoff wishes Chris Jericho good luck against Cena. And then he fights Cena. Chris Jericho, not Bischoff. This is kind of notable because this is the night before Jericho's last night. The night after would be the night Jericho gets put in, I believe it was the back of a garbage truck. They closed the blade on him, and he wasn't seen again for years in the WWE.
I think he was gone for like 2 years because he came back with that. I can't remember what he came back with. It was like a really weird gimmick because he came back.
When he didn't speak.
Yeah, it was when he didn't speak.
And it was awesome.
Yeah, or when he did like the really slow talking. But yeah, that was another really good Chris Jericho thing. Although I will wholeheartedly admit that when he eventually came back, I was not a big fan because I never really when I was a kid, Chris Jericho never got over with me. Just in general.
Oh, I was always a mark for Jericho.
Nah, I always felt that it should have been someone else, that they could have put somebody else in Jericho's spot. I mean, granted, he was gone for a couple years, but whatever. But that's just me.
And then next up in the card, we have Jables versus Batista in a no-holds-barred match. I'm sure those two just beat the Kentucky Fried shit out of each other for however long that match went.
Yeah, I'm kind of split on that one. I'm not entirely sure how that one would have gone. That one could have gone either way as far as being a good match or kind of shit match.
Yeah. I'm sure JBL did something to piss somebody off, though, because that's bog standard JBL.
That's about how that goes.
But let's go ahead. We are to our main event, SummerSlam 2005, Hogan and Shawn. There is a tag for this on the WWE Network, but it does start at 2:19:54. Are you ready to get into this one, Willem?
Yes, legend versus icon.
3, 2, 1, click. So we have like 30 minutes till the end of this pay-per-view on the network, and
Yep.
I know because I looked it up, the match only goes 21-24.
So yeah,
So we've got about 10 minutes of Shawn and Hogan hot dogging and grandstanding.
Yep. Either that or there's some weird nonsense that happens after the match. I don't know what it would be, because like you said, this was supposed to be 3 matches, but it only went 1 match.
Well, they knew at this point it was only going to go 1, though.
Right.
Because that's why Shawn was... Well, that's why Shawn does what Shawn's about to do.
Yeah. Oh. At some point,
And I don't...
Good.
No, I would... Go ahead.
At some point, I personally just need to go back and watch just some of the pay-per-views from this year, because this was around... Well, like I've said in previous episodes, I've not... I didn't really start watching wrestling until this time. Like, this was one of the, like, right around the area that I started watching. And I wasn't able to watch pay-per-views because I was a poor little kid and my dad or mom weren't really into wrestling, so I only saw this after the fact because I was a poor little kid, but I knew how to use the internet.
Yup.
But I need to go back and watch some of these pay-per-views from this year just for nostalgia's sake, because a lot of these are like nostalgia in my brain. Particularly the Rumble from this year, because like that was one of the first wrestling DVDs I ever owned.
I remember not really watching a lot because my mom wasn't super stoked on wrestling for a while.
Yeah.
After the Attitude Era happened and everything. And happening to turn it on, I don't know why I remember this, but it was the Go Home Raw for this show because it was Shawn and Hogan.
Oh.
I don't know like why we flipped it on or why that sticks out in my mind, but it does.
Yeah.
Why are all these people cheering for Hogan?
Because he's Hogan.
I don't, but his in-ring work is... God.
And this is
wasn't
also...
even good when he was young.
No, but this is also like pre-allegations, so... People loved
Fair.
Hogan. People loved Hogan.
Yeah.
And this is also...
People still love Hogan.
This is also only like... not even 5 years removed from WCW, like him being in the NWO and everything like that.
He is still so over.
Yep. He is super duper over.
When you don't watch this stuff for a while, you forget how over people could be.
Yep. Well, I mean, he was over enough that like just 2 years before this, he was able to, change the outcome of a match and do a double turn like on the fly with The Rock.
Yeah. What are you gonna do? Tell The Rock and Hogan no, though?
Yeah.
Nope.
Nope.
Look at that big piss off American flag.
Yep. Oh, Hulk Hogan with
Look
his
at
big
Shawn.
Hulk Hogan with his big floppy biceps.
Did you see Shawn with the burying?
No.
They got a shot of him and he looked like he was digging something with a shovel and he said, "I'm getting buried." Shawn gives no fucks right now. Shawn is upset at Hogan.
It's really funny because this is the first time since he came back that he decided to be like a big prima donna about anything. So it's just very funny that right around this time he's just like, you don't think I can go back to being a shithead? Just you fucking wait.
Yeah. Hulk Hogan was always perfectly capable of being a shithead.
Yeah.
I think the biggest mistake WCW ever made was giving that man a creative clause.
Yeah.
You can give it to Nash. You can give it to Hall.
Don't
give it to
Hogan.
Hall because Hall wants to put young people over.
Yeah.
Hall's always wanted to put young guys over.
Yeah.
Don't give it to Hogan,
do
because
not.
Hogan wants to put Hogan over.
Yep. Hogan only cares about Hogan.
Yep, and like Hall realized, oh, if I put this guy over now, I make him a star, and then he can put me over later, and then we have this thing where we build off each other.
Right.
And Hogan doesn't want to build off somebody. Hogan wants to have the biggest piece of cake.
Yep. Hogan just wants more cake.
Yep.
And Michaels ain't having none of it. He's just like, fuck it, I'm getting out. Yeah, they're still.
I'll go back in.
They are. Match hadn't started yet. They're still hecking about.
Yep.
It's been 6 minutes.
It's Hogan. Hogan hot dogs and grandstands. It's one of his 4 moves.
Yeah. Yeah, Walter, we're watching that match. Walter Grundon in the chat.
Hi, Walter.
Match hadn't started yet, though. If you want to catch up and tune in, we are at 2 hours, 26 minutes.
Yeah, just let us know. We can totally let you know what time we're at.
Yep. Hogan over there.
I'd even pause it for you.
Still arm pumping, still stretching.
Oh, there he rang the bell. Is that AEW referee Mike Chioda? I'm so excited.
That would be him.
I don't even have anything to say. I probably won't talk much for the next 15 minutes.
This was SummerSlam 2005, Walter. Ooh, we're getting going.
You want to pause it now to let Walter catch in?
Yeah. If you want to
pause it right at 2:27.
2:27. Okay.
Right on the spot. Let us know when you're ready, Walter.
Although if it's going to be like a minute or two, we should probably keep going.
Yeah, so be quick about it, Walter.
Be here on time next time.
Wow. We're only 5 episodes in and we're already addicted fans.
Yeah, I know. I'm over here wagging my finger.
Quality podcast. Yeah, I keep forgetting we have audio only podcast. Hashtag shameless self-promotion.
Yeah.
And
now on 5 platforms.
Yeah, I do all these hand emotions and references to my facial expressions. I keep forgetting we're on audio only as well.
Yeah. Although that's fine because sometimes you just kind of sit there with unabashedly disgusted face. I don't usually call you out on it because it's just a fun little thing just to look over and you're just sitting there looking disgusted even though you're just kind of watching the match.
Yeah, it's kind of like my version of resting bitch face.
Yeah, disgusted face.
All right, you ready to get going again?
Yeah, we're gonna see. Give them about 10 seconds, and we're gonna go ahead and restart. Hopefully, I won't have to buffer this time now because I've left it on there and let it load for so freaking long.
Right. That's kind of what I was thinking too.
All right, we're gonna start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, we're going.
There's the first overset. We picked a perfect time to stop. Holy shit.
Yep. There it is, the first one. And Michael's over here getting pissed.
Yep. Michaels just did a flip for a push.
Yeah.
Hogan knows I think Hogan realizes right out here that he's in for a treat.
Yep. Oh, there it is. Oh. I honestly do wonder, how Hogan views this match nowadays. Because we all know that Shawn, shit all over it. And he was like, oh, yeah, I did that. But I wonder how I really wonder how Hogan views this match after the fact.
I wonder how Shawn views it. I wonder if he thinks it's hilarious.
He probably does. He's got a good sense of humor about all this stuff.
Well, but this was after his shithead phase. This was God Shawn.
Right. But then again,
So
this was God Shawn, but this was also at the same time that there was a tag team match between Vince McMahon, Vince and Shane, and Shawn Michaels and God.
yep.
So, you know, you can't really base a lot of it on that.
Which I stand to this day. Shane and Vince should have just randomly taken bumps.
Yeah. Just falling over in the ring.
Because if you're gonna do
Oh.
something, oh, he took the hat off.
Yep.
You see how bald he is.
Yep. I think you can kind of see there that he's getting frustrated with it. He's just like, come on, man, you're shitting all over this.
Oh, and we've only just begun.
Yep, you can tell. You can see it on Hogan's face. He's getting frustrated with it.
Grumpy old man.
Yep. I said this before, but I remember watching this as a child and not not knowing, like, not having any inkling, just being a dumb little kid and being like, oh, that's why Hogan was over. He was real strong, not knowing that Shawn Michaels is being, you know, being a little shithead about this match. You can kind of see Hogan's getting, like, you can tell he's getting frustrated, but you can kind of see that he's getting into some of these sells, because he wouldn't normally sell like that for a chop. He doesn't do it a lot in this.
Ooh.
Oh. Gonna kick him 10 feet in the air.
Improvised that.
Yeah.
Shawn crouched himself.
Yep. Yep. Oh.
Now, I don't think any of that was planned. So, props on Hogan for playing into all that.
Yeah. Like, he kind of...
Shawn just doesn't... What was that? Would you consider that like a...
Oh, thumb to the eye.
Flip into a swanton?
Yeah. It's like a corkscrew swanton.
For no reason. Just
On
as a
himself.
bump.
Yep. You could see it at first that Hogan was getting frustrated, and then you could kind of tell after a minute that he's like, you know what? If Shawn's going to shit on this, I can play along too.
Yep.
Oh.
He's gonna shit on it, or at least gonna shit on it and make it good.
Yeah. Oh. I'm amazed he didn't oversell that back body drop.
I was ready for him to flip out of it, honestly.
There it is. There's the extra...
Just throwing the friggin' everything.
Yeah.
Oh, throwing the wires, and he took like 2.5 bumps from that throw to the outside.
Yep. He's like...
Doesn't he know he's old? This is old Shawn. He's got to watch his bump card.
Right. I mean, that's why he retired only like 3 years after this.
Only. He still went at a top level for 3 years.
Right.
Hogan trying to get the crowd into it. Shawn
Right.
trying to wonder if he wants to still be in this match. Kyoto not knowing what the hell's going on because he's not counting Shawn out.
Right. Because, like, Kyoto knew how the match was supposed to go and then didn't, like, was not informed. He was not clued in to the fact that Shawn was going to, you know, bump literally out of the arena. Oh.
Such a good clothesline bump.
Yeah.
He practically threw a drop kick off of that.
Yeah.
Oh, this is the best. There should be a whole promotion where this is just how everybody sells for each other.
Just the whole overselling promotion. Speaking of that, I've got something I want to talk about after the end of this. Like, speaking of random promotions and stuff like that, because that just reminded me of something. Not necessarily a big overselling thing, but it just reminded me of that. Shawn checking his teeth, making sure nothing's falling out.
Mad props to the announcers, though.
Yeah.
who played along with this.
Oh,
Like something amazing wasn't happening right before their eyes.
right. Oh, that was a hard smack right there. Oh,
Well, I
that was
think Hogan
another one.
went for a potato.
Yeah. Oof. I'm getting Sean's tatering the hell out of Hogan right now.
Hogan's hair makes him look like Dr. Eggman from Sonic.
Yeah, it does. Oh, oh.
Did you know my favorite fact about Hulk Hogan?
Huh.
Hulk Hogan's penis is bigger than Terry Bollea's penis, and Hulk Hogan testified to that in court.
Wow. So according to the courts, Hulk Hogan's penis is bigger than Hulk Hogan's penis.
Yes, Hulk Hogan's penis is bigger than Terry Bollea's penis.
Yes.
That's what he testified to in court, which is my favorite thing pretty much of all time. So you see, my wrestling dick is bigger than my real dick, brother.
Yeah. So we were talking earlier about like how young Hogan didn't really do a whole lot of stuff. But there's a match where Hogan was in Japan and he had a match against the Great Muta, and that was actually like a really good match. And Hogan showed that he actually could do some work when compelled to do a match. But he's Hulk Hogan, and he knew he was the biggest man on the face of the wrestling planet, and he was never ever going to do that level of work. Ever.
Didn't have to.
Yeah.
Same with what Kevin Nash said, and he was responding to Jim Cornette saying he only had 5 moves, and that included the hair flip.
Yep.
His response was, "You don't tell Nolan Ryan to stop throwing his fastball. You throw a 105-mile-an-hour fastball. It's all you need to do.
Right.
You don't need to do anything else."
You got 5 moves that'll get you over. You just need to do those 5 moves.
Yep. Don't complicate wrestling. While as complicated as it is super simple at its core.
Yep.
If you get over doing 5 things, you only need to do 5 things until that stops getting over, and then you change.
That's why Orange Cassidy is one of the most over guys at the moment, because he does basically nothing, and he's incredibly over for it.
Yep, because we've never seen anything like it before.
Right.
He was over before he ever threw a move. He was over before he ever did a match.
Yep. Oh, Michael's over here trying to get that hard way going.
Yeah.
Oh. I don't think Shawn Michaels been ever thrown this hard before in his whole life.
It's because Hulk Hogan's so strong. That's why he's so good, brother.
Yeah, got them 24-inch pythons. Except now they're kind of, flabby. Because you could... It was really just off-putting. Like at the start of the match, he was walking out and he was doing his point, and you saw his whole arm move. Like his whole bicep just kind of shook. Not that mine's any better, because mine also does
I was
that.
going to say, I have no room.
Yeah. I got no
but also,
biceps.
I'm not a professional athlete.
Yeah, part of my gimmick isn't 24-inch pythons, brother. Oh. Oh, he caught him. And he does legit look like he's throwing some taters over here.
Kind of looks like he's got avocados on his pants.
Who was Shawn?
Yeah.
Yeah, he does a little bit. Oh. And there's the blade.
Yeah.
Back when...
Hogan's a dirty blader.
Yep. Back when they could do blades.
I wish they could still do blades.
Yeah. I gotta say, prior to this match, I don't ever remember any time, to my knowledge, that Hogan ever bladed.
Hogan bladed against Vince, didn't he?
I don't remember. But
Hogan had to have bladed. The era where he comes from is too blade heavy.
Right, but it's Hogan. Like, he came in immediately as the top guy, and I don't think because he had like a 3-year winning streak or some shit like that, I don't think he ever would have needed to blade.
Yeah.
Yeah, Walter's right, that is a bad blade job.
Maybe because he never does them.
Yeah, he's not used to doing it. You almost got to kind of wonder if he asked Shawn to do it for him, then he's like, oh no, that's a mistake.
He might blade my throat.
Yep.
He might New Jack me.
Yep.
So I like this combination of moves. I think every time somebody blades, the other dude should try to put a choke on at least for a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably gross to have another dude's blood on you, but it's a cool shot.
Did he blade more often in TNA, Walter? Because I remember like firmly I was watching TNA a lot between like 06 and 09. But this was also kind of like before Hogan was in TNA, so I don't remember a lot of the Hogan stuff there. Man, that you can very clearly see like that is a straight line across. Like
Yep.
he went, oh my god. Jeez. Oh, he's out.
Shawn's got blood all over.
Oh my god.
That's a cool shot, though.
Yeah.
Probably gross. I
Talk
don't feel as bad for Shawn as I feel for Beulah McGillicuddy,
Yeah.
but
Talk about like and this was also before UFC was really a thing when they were still doing the 3 arms.
which I still like better.
Yeah.
It's still better for wrestling. I understand it's not realistic, but it's better for wrestling.
Yeah. Man, Hogan's got the proverbial all the STDs on Shawn.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hogan's got the proverbial crimson mask where Shawn's got the crimson sleeve. He's got blood all over his chest. Ugh. I just realized I've been wearing the same shirt for 3 episodes.
Continuously.
No, I've washed it in between, but like it just so happens to be the same shirt that I've worn for 3 episodes.
I wore an anime shirt today. Tried to switch it up from wrestling. We got some My Hero Academia.
Yeah. Walter, we are at 2:40:45. That's where I'm at. 8:49, 50, 54, 55, 56, 2:41 right now.
Shawn just threw an elbow.
Yep.
Hogan's hulking up.
He's hulking up. He's never seen his own blood before. Boom.
Ooh, brother.
Dropping bombs on Shawn. Oh, that was ugly. Ugly.
Was he supposed to hit the ref there?
Probably. He's down like a ref spot. Shawn's gonna kip up.
I mean, Mike Chioda's also not an idiot, and if he got hit on accident, I guarantee you he'd take a bump.
Yeah. Here comes a kip up.
Think Hogan's gonna kip up? He says jokingly.
Hogan's gonna take the elbow drop and then Hulk up.
Yeah, probably. What did Shawn say?
Fuck, I don't know, but he like... Oh, sharpshooter. Good catch on that one, Walter. Yeah. Oh, yeah, because it was around this time that they had an episode of Raw in Montreal, and Shawn... and Shawn, like, came out, being the heel in Canada, and he was cutting a promo against Bret Hart, and then, like, made Bret Hart's music come on, and then made everybody think Bret was coming back after however many years out, and then he was like, got you fooled on that one, didn't I?
Yep. Worked the shit out of that crowd.
Yep.
That crowd was sure Bret was coming back.
Oh my god. Hogan ain't
Did
gonna
Hogan
tap.
tap? Has Hogan ever tapped for anybody ever?
God, I don't know. I legit don't know.
Hogan probably wouldn't tap for Zack Sabre Jr. for Christ's sakes.
No. Hell, the only reason somebody ever kicked out of the leg drop is because like there was a missed cue.
Yep, Papa Shango missed his cue.
Yeah.
And Hulk was not happy about it.
Nope. Watch his arms. Oh, he's bunting him back. Oh no. Oh,
So,
that's 2 refs out. Jeez.
2 ref bumps in this match?
Yep. It's a big overbooked mess.
Did Vince Russo book this shit? I mean, I guess we're not watching this match for the tremendous booking, though.
Right.
He's got a bad hip because he's geriatric, for Christ's sake.
He was, what? At least... Oh, God. That looked like a legit, like...
Shawn took his shot.
Yeah. You see Hogan turn around, he's like, oh, man, he actually... Oh, God. He had this little smile on his face, like, all right, bud, you got me. All right, you got me. Gonna whack him in the head.
Did they still whack people in the head right back then?
This was 05. I don't think PG era was until like 07? 08?
Yeah, but I thought they got rid of headshots before that.
I don't remember. No, they didn't.
No, they didn't.
But that was a real weak headshot. You could see Hogan like duck through it.
Hogan's selling it like fucking.
He's selling it like he's got a seat. Yeah. And Shawn's just like, fucking, all right, here we go. Here comes the elbow. Oh. Is acting like you've gone into a seizure after a chair shot to the head a good sell or a really bad sell? That I feel like it could go either way.
Good, but in a bad way.
Yeah. Oh, tuning up the band.
Like, if you're that old and you're having a seizure, you should probably just call the match.
Yep.
That I always thought was one of the coolest, like, pre-move things to do.
The tuning up the band.
I've always loved when he tuned up the band.
Yeah. Walter, this was after Mania 19. Mania 19 was 03. This is 05. Oh, and here comes the Hulk up. He's just shaking that blood all over the place. He's like a rabid dog.
Ooh, now he's perched and his lips at him.
Ooh. And he's still bleeding from that really shitty move. From that really shitty blade job. There he goes. Ain't selling that leg no more.
I mean, he is a little bit. He was kind of waddling like a duck.
Yeah, a little bit. Oh.
Shawn gonna blade?
Oh. He's gonna blade from the punches. Oh, the leg. Oh, the big boot. Oh.
That's my favorite part of this whole match because Hogan didn't see Shawn fall at first.
Yeah.
And he thought Shawn no-sold his boot.
Yeah.
And there's a moment in time where you can see him look pissed.
Yeah.
And then Shawn falls, and then he just looks confused.
He's like, fucking whatever. I'm gonna go for it. Leg drop.
You're down. I don't care.
Yep. And there it is.
Oh, there's the end. And we have 5 minutes left in the pay-per-view for Hulk Hogan to hot dog and grandstand.
Yep. The only thing that I'll give Hogan is that he was great at emoting. You could tell exactly what was going on from anywhere in the arena, and like you didn't have to hear a word he was saying. You could tell exactly by
Hogan.
the way that his face looked. Yeah, Hogan.
Hogan was the best politicker of all time.
Well, no, that's not at all what I'm talking about, but okay.
No, we're just talking about things that Hogan was good at.
Yeah, he definitely. Well, I mean, when you're the top draw in the world for 15 years, like, I feel like you've got an excuse to be
But
like
how did he get there?
right by
He got there
politicking.
because he was politicking before. Yeah.
Yeah,
That dude politicked himself into being a Hall of Famer.
yeah, yeah. Here comes Shawn. Shawn coming back for some more. Shoving Hogan.
You want to go some more, brother? I mean, I don't really think Shawn cared about loss. I feel like Shawn at this point was at the same point Jericho's at now.
Yeah,
I will lose any point where it makes sense, but only where it makes sense.
yeah,
Because I also have to preserve my legacy.
right. I mean, admittedly though, Shawn did like he did shit all over this entire match for
Oh, yeah.
yeah. He doesn't care,
Hogan.
but he's gonna show you exactly how much he doesn't care.
Yep. You would have done 3 matches with me, man.
Yeah,
We could have done this 3 fucking times.
yeah,
Made a ton of money together.
but no, you didn't want to lose.
Got a bad back.
Oh, he's still dripping blood onto his chest.
It's the most selling he's ever done for anybody ever.
Yeah,
Of every man, I am a real Canadian. That should have been Edge's theme tune for that
Yeah.
short time when he teamed with Hogan.
he teamed with Hogan. Yeah,
Oh, if he would have had a really bad overdub where it's just this song, but where it says American, it's just Edge going Canadian. That would have been hilarious.
yeah, and like it's way too loud. Like it's the regular audio of the song, and then Canadian.
Yep. Kind of like the who was it? The Joe Hendry bit with Joseph Connors.
No, I don't know that one.
You have to look it up. It's hilarious. But it's the song that goes, Joe Hendry's music, play Joe Hendry's music, Joe Hendry's music, yeah, and Joseph Connors. But the Joe Hendry part has like actual music and drums and guitar behind it.
Yeah.
And then Joseph Connors is just that. It's and Joseph Connors. You have to look that up. It's hilarious.
Oh. You think you know me, the real Canadian.
That would be really funny too.
Yeah.
Hogan's still hot dogging. This was his
Yeah.
favorite thing to do.
Yeah.
Remember that time when Macho Man won at WrestleMania and Hogan decided to spend 3 minutes showing off because Macho Man won?
Yeah. No, I didn't. I make it a point not to go back and watch a lot of that stuff because it's not good wrestling most of the time.
No. But we're going to do some of it.
Some of it.
I've already got one in the works.
Oh.
But it's good wrestling. Don't worry.
I don't know what it is because you don't tell me these things. And it's fine to keep me in the dark until they become relevant. And that's it. That's the show. For that show. Not for us, though.
No, I hope not. Is this the last episode? Are you quitting on me, Willem?
No.
Okay. The future of the podcast was at stake there for about 7 seconds.
Sure.
It's the kind of like build WWE does on their
Yeah.
surprises too. We gave you 7 seconds to worry. Now get over it. Let's
Right.
get back to the story.
Retribution, our big new heel faction, and they're nowhere on SummerSlam.
Yep, we're not gonna have him screw up the main event or anything, which was the 100% most obvious thing to do.
Right, you've got all these big screens all around your arena that are controlled by a computer. You could very easily just have them be taken over. Nope.
And it was obvious for a good reason too, and not a bad reason.
Yeah.
Like some stuff is like, oh, they're obviously gonna do this and it's gonna suck. But that was like, oh, they're gonna do this, but it could be really, really cool, and they just didn't do anything with Retribution, which is disappointing.
I mean, they still could do something, but it's been so long that it's just like shit or get off the pot, and they're not doing it.
Yeah, they really, in my eyes, needed to do something at WrestleMania, and they didn't.
Yeah.
Or WrestleMania, SummerSlam.
Yeah.
But anyways, let's get into the match we did review.
Yes.
And how many Willems do you give it out of 5?
I give it from an entertainment perspective, I give it 5 Willems out of 5. From a match perspective, I give it probably 1.5 out of 5.
I was gonna say, I was thinking I give the match 2 bronze out of 5, but I give Shawn Michaels and his selling the maximum number. I don't know if I can Dave Meltzer this and go to like 5.5 or 6 bronze.
I give my entertainment of the match a 16 out of 5.
Yeah, like Shawn Michaels selling gets huge points.
Right.
So we got that. Do you have anything else you want to say about the match, really? Other than Hogan's a douchebag?
About the match, no. I've said my things on the match. I've said my stupid thing that I thought when I was a kid, where I thought that Hogan's real strong, and not understanding selling.
You're such a mark.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I'm thoroughly sports entertained.
Yes. Follow us on all of our social media at Baldy and the Beast on Facebook, Twitter, and all that other fun stuff.
Yes.
See how I plugged that? That was a not obvious at all plug, Willem.
Also live on audio-only versions down in the description below.
Including Spotify.
Shameless plug.
Shameless. We will be, yeah. I'm not above shameless plugs.
Yeah. If you want to give me dollars, I will shill for you until the cows come home.
Yup. Yup.
All right, so did you have anything else you wanted to talk about? I had one thing that I thought of in the middle of the match.
Shoot.
Kmore13, thank you for the follow. Is that Kim?
Yes.
All right.
I can.
So when I was a kid, I don't know how young I was. I might have been like in high school. They had a thing on the Saturday morning kids, like the Saturday morning cartoon block that you would watch on like on Fox Kids or like the WB or something like that. And one of the shows that they had was the show called Kaiju Big Battle. Do you know what that is?
No, I'm interested.
So Kaiju Big Battle was a wrestling promotion where all the wrestlers, they would dress up in like foam rubber suits as if they're kaijus from like an old like monster movie or like a tokusatsu show like you would see on like Super Sentai or Power Rangers or something like that. And they would have matches in like actual rings that had like fake little cities built in them.
I'm so fucking intrigued.
Yeah. I don't remember much about it. I don't remember like the names of some of the monsters or if there was anybody important that came out of it. All I know is that it was a thing, and I think that it's interesting that nobody fucking talks about it. Are you leaving me, Bront?
No. Well, yes, but only momentarily.
Only in spirit.
In walked a friend of mine.
Oh, you got a kitty cat?
My little Thoofer.
Yeah.
Walked into the room.
Oh.
She wanted to be on camera.
So cute.
What did you think about the Shawn Michaels match? I think Hulk Hogan's an asshole. That's for my cat.
Yeah. She looks like she looks like she's trying to run away.
Her opinions do not necessarily reflect the opinions of the Baldy and the Beast podcast.
Yeah. Her opinions reflect that of Kitty Cat.
Oh, well, I do think I have one announcement before the end of the show.
Okay.
And that's that our best ever podcast should be coming this Thursday because it's the only one we've ever rehearsed on accident.
Yes, this Thursday's episode is going to be part 3 of the CM Punk Jeff Hardy thing that we tried to record last week, but I'm a big dumb dummy head and Braun's audio wasn't recorded and it wasn't there the whole time. Shout outs to Hayden Potcott in the chat for making us realize that and making me not think until today when I edited this, like today's episode that went up, not being like, oh shit, there's no audio in this. I honestly probably wouldn't have noticed until after I uploaded and somebody comments like, hey, you know Braun's not got audio, right?
That would have been very funny.
Yeah. But yeah, we're doing the re-record on that, so it's going to be CM Punk versus Jeff Hardy, Part 3, Redux.
Yes, I wonder what's going to happen. I've never seen this match ever before, definitely not last Thursday.
I've never seen this match ever before for a second time.
All right, well, I think we're going to call today's episode here.
Yes.
You all beautiful people have a great rest of your day whenever you're listening to this, and we appreciate you.
Yes, thank you for coming out. Thank you for participating in the chat. Kim, thank you for the follow on Twitch. Walter says that he loves you, Bront. But yeah.
I love you, Walter.
Check us out on our YouTube, linked down below for VODs of all of our episodes, except for last Thursday's because I didn't record it well. And we will see you guys next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye.